And hello, I'm John Ray on the Price and Value Journey. I recently received a question that was along the lines of, should I price my services lower when I'm starting out? I get this question a lot from new professional services providers, ones that have just started their practice. It's an understandable question, but it comes from a faulty assumption. The premise is that lower prices attract customers, and that's an understandable misconception. It's one I labored with when I started out. That conception, that idea is wrong. A couple things here. One is that prices are marketing signals. In the absence of any other indicator, a price is a marketing signal. For example, if I were to offer you a Lexus for $2,000, what would you think? It's too good to be true, right? That's part of the problem with pricing in a way that is supposed to be promotional. Sometimes it actually drives clients away. Now, let's call something else out, though. Part of the problem with professional services providers starting out is both fear and confidence. We are afraid and insecure in thinking a buyer will look at us and question our inexperience in the business. The answer to the problem is focusing on the client, discussing and understanding their problems in depth. What is the scope of the issues that their problems are causing? What will the client be able to do, whether it's greater sales, lower expenses, less aggravation, a better vacation, because the problem gets solved? What's the cost of doing nothing? You see, questions like this are a value conversation. And a value conversation is a dialogue with a customer which helps ferret out what the solution to their problem is worth to them. When you have value conversations with clients, you're shifting everything. The comparison is less about price relative to, well, in this case, your supposed lack of experience or your newness in business. Instead, the comparison becomes more, in the minds of that client, about price relative to the value of the solution. Once you've had a thorough value conversation, you may find that you're not a great fit for this client, that what they really need is something you can't provide. If so, you've done both them and you a favor. But if you think you can solve the client's problems, craft options for working together. Offer a good, better, best set of options. The good option should be your very basic, we'll call it compact car offering, priced at more than what your gut tells you it should be. The best option should be your luxury solution to the problem, one you know you can deliver with a price you think is crazy high. Now, if you offer options after having a deep dive value conversation, the discussion with that client becomes more about the ways and terms to work with you as opposed to your time in business, your experience, what have you. Now, there's a lot of detail underneath this answer, but that's the way I answered this particular question on how should I price when I first start out. Have a value conversation, offer options. I'm John Ray on the Price and Value Journey. If you'd like to give me a question that I can answer here on this podcast, I'm happy to receive it. Just email me, john@johnray.co. Thank you for joining me.